Hello and welcome to Module 5. In this module, we're going to discuss assessment instruments, particularly selected response questions. After this module, you're expected to be able to define and distinguish general types of assessment instruments for classroom assessment and other assessment purposes, understand features of closed-ended assessment instruments and questions. Generally speaking, the response characteristic of test tasks can be described as closed-ended or selected response, limited, and open-ended. The section below focuses on closed-ended and test tasks, which call for the most limited and most predictable responses. Closed-ended tasks include a prompt, STEM, followed by alternative responses and answers. Students select their answers from the alternatives that are given. Closed-ended test tasks are suitable for assessing comprehension skills. They do not involve language production and are particularly suitable for beginners. Closed-ended test tasks vary according to their formats and purposes: cloze task, picture task, and judgment task. Today, we'll focus on the two most popular closed-ended test tasks, which is commonly known as multiple-choice questions and true-false questions. So, what are multiple-choice questions? A multiple-choice item consists of one or more introductory sentences followed by a list of two or more suggested responses. Students must choose the correct answers among the responses you list. The sample questions on the slide is an example. It includes STEM, the part of the item that asks the question, incorrect alternative, or distractors, and the key. As you can see on the slide here, this type of test question has numerous advantages, especially marking. In addition, the multiple-choice format can be used to access a greater variety of learning targets than other formats of response choice items. However, several criticisms of multiple-choice tests in terms of the way they are designed are also pointed out. It is important to note that there is a wide variety of multiple-choice questions, such as the correct answer, the best answer, the multiple response, and so forth. No matter which form of multiple choice is chosen, when designing the questions, test writers need to avoid the following things. First, avoid overlapping the alternatives. If the alternatives are mutually inclusive, they may lead to undesirable situations. For example, the STEM is, how long does an annual plan live? Here are some alternatives. A. It dies after the first year. B. It lives for many years. C. It lives for more than 1 year. And D. It needs to be replanted each year. So, basically, the first option, it dies after the first year, and the last option, it needs to be replaced each year, are overlapping, which makes students confused when they have to select the correct answer. The better one can be, how long does an annual plant generally live? A. Only 1 year. B. Only 2 years. Or C. Several years. Second, test writers need to avoid making the alternatives a collection of true-false items, or using not given, none of the above, all of the above, etc. as an alternative. For instance, which of the following is not example of a mammal? A. Bird. B. Dog. C. Whale. And D. None of these above. It could be easily proved that D is not the example of a mammal. Next, requiring students to write out their answers is likewise inadvisable. In addition, verbal associations between STEM and the correct answer should be avoided. For example, which one of the following agency should you contact to find out a tornado warning in your locality? A. State Farm Bureau. B. Local radio station. C. United States Post Office. Or D. United States Weather Bureau. In this version, the association between locality and local is unnecessary clue. The better one can be, which one of the following agency should you contact to find out about tornado warning in your locality? A. Local Farm Bureau. B. Nearest radio station. C. Local post office. And D. United States Weather Bureau. This verbal association is used in two distractors to make them more attractive choices. But remember that if irrelevant verbal association in the distractors are overused, students will soon catch on and avoid the alternatives that pad verbal associations. In the questions, there should not be a technical terms, unknown words or names, and silly terms or names also. Last but not least, test writers should avoid making it harder to eliminate a distractor than to choose the keyed alternative. Well, we've just covered some basic characteristics of closed-ended assessment instruments, especially multiple-choice questions. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video of this module.